G'day fellas and welcome to A Casted Game. We are here on the brand new patch for Age of Empires 4's expansion pack. I'm excited to bring you this game. We are going to have an absolute banger here today. We got two civilizations that are absolute fan favorites. We got the Byzantines, we got the English, we got the best of both worlds, old and new. Let's get into it. Spawning in on the south side of the map in the color blue, playing as the English, we've got Divine DFP. And on the north side of the map in the color green, playing as the Byzantines, we've got Fei-chan. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dry Arabia. If you're enjoying this Dry Arabian content, make sure you hit the like button down below. It really does help out with the traction of the videos. Now let's get into it. We've got ourselves a little bit of a scout crossover here. Divine with his scout behind Fei-chan. Now we know that they've seen each other. We know that they spot each other once again, doing a little bit of a dance, and Divine's going to be happy. He's got 5 sheep to Fei's only 2. It always feels good when you spot out the enemy like that, and you know that you got one up on them early. It's always nice to have those little victories here, but Fei going to be finding plenty of sheep back here towards her base, and I'm sure she'll be very happy with that one. But let's check in on her base and see how she's doing. A minute 20, and we've got that second cistern now beginning to come up. Absolutely glorious stuff to see. This is going to give her a 10% bonus to all of those villagers in the AoE here. So we can have a look. It's going to hit these stone villagers down on the front, the gold villagers on the back, and of course the villagers that you can't see underneath the town center. They're going to be copying that as well. So do not be alarmed. Everybody gets this upgrade. I'm curious to see how she goes about building the base. If we take a look at the way that she's got a nice little berry patch up the back here with the gold, double back gold, triple back gold. Oh, baby, a triple back gold. Very, very nice. So one of the things I'd like to see early on for Fei is just walling this off. She's got a really good opportunity to wall off, keep this safe. Not to mention the fact here, like, you can literally wall half of your base right now and feel absolutely amazing. This is an incredible little layout she's got. Let's check over on DFP's spawn, because he's got a pretty similar spawn. Double front wood lines. Back stone, so it keeps it safe. And once again, triple back gold. Look at this with the berries in the corner. Oh my lord, tell you what, these spawns are starting to look a little bit similar, and I have no problem at all with that. Age up, about to come through. Expect to see that council hall thrown down any second. Where's it going to be? Probably in the front, maybe in the back. Actually, where's the gold? Yeah, you'd expect it's probably going to be in the front here. Wouldn't make sense. You want to try and keep your farms down here. Okay, there we go. He's going to put it over to the side, over towards the wood line. This is probably the best spot. Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. Hey, how you guys doing? Don't mind me. Just over here predicting the future. But look, as I said, this was the best spot for it, and I'm just glad Divine DFP actually chose the correct spot. But look, a little bit of clairvoyancy coming in from Drongo. It's to be expected, right? When you get this handsome, I'm just kidding. You guys know I'm playing. Anyway, let's check in on that north side. We've got the Hippodrome coming in from Fei. Lovely little landmark here. You've got that natural counter. The same way that the French do well against the English, you've got the Byzantines that open very well against the English as well. Naturally having that landmark that gives you the access to cavalry units, it's going to feel good. But now, cistern number 3 coming down for her in the top side of the base. She's got plenty of space up here to expand out to farms. I suspect she's probably going to be looking for a little bit of a longer game here. And I'm curious to see what direction we have players going. And I think we've already got our answer. DFP on the stone. This gets spotted out by Fei as she runs past. She's scouted at exactly what her opponent is up to. And the question's going to be, how does she react? Of course, there's a couple of different options open to you when you spot someone doing a second TC. The most common one we see for the Byzantines is just stay on 1 TC and then go into, maybe 10 to 12 horsemen. And then eventually, build up your cisterns while you can, and then go to castle age around the 10-minute mark, and then look to try and kill an early castle. And Fei was actually the one that came up with that kind of opening initially. I remember she took the Mido build, and she said, what I'm going to do with the Mido build is I'm just going to open with the Imperial Hippodrome, and I'm just going to go ham. I'm just going to pull a whole bunch of horsemen out of here. I'm going to try and snipe villages where I can, and I'm going to look to try and get out here, try and delay my opponent as much as I possibly can. And I'm curious to see exactly what the response will be from her. But let's right on board with Divine DFP, though. He's still got a little bit of an age up coming through, but he is doing the appropriate thing, scouting right now. The one thing that's missing, though, is going to be that stone. He does not see the stone. He's going to have to come and loop all the way around the base. He needs to see that stone. He needs to know how much stone has been taken off, because you know why. He's thinking to himself, is she going for a second TC? What is her deal? You can see he's coming around towards the front of the base. We'll be able to see the stone from this angle. Does he come in nice and close? Indeed he does. He wants to try and get around here, but still he's a little bit unsure about how much he should be committing. Age up does come through. Now we'll switch it over to Faye's perspective. Oh, plenty of villagers here. In fact, that's going to be a second TC coming out from her. And Divine's going to spot it. He clicks the stone, undoubtedly. 700. Yep, more than enough. Definitely not just cisterns when you've got that many. Deletes the mining camp, throws down the town center, and just in classic Divine DFP style, puts it on the stone. This was the big decision for him. He didn't know. Am I going 2 TC? Am I going 1 or 3 TC? That's the question, and you've got your answer. No real surprise coming out once again. This guy, he loves to go for the 3 TCs. Is he going to get away with it this game? Because it is just... It's getting a little bit silly, I'll be honest. Like, obviously the TCs have gotten nerfed, and sure, he's playing the English, which is a very good defensive civilization, but there's got to be a point where you get to, and you're just like, he can't keep getting away with it, man. He seems to keep getting away with it, this guy. Anyway, we're right on board with Faye. She's only gone for the 1 horseman, so not going to be looking to play the aggressive card early on in this game. Second town center is down. Going to come out over here on the deer. Now, one thing to note is Faye hasn't scouted out the stone. She doesn't know if the town center is coming down on the stone, if it's coming down on the gold, what the plan is going to be for it. But we do start to see her making moves. Never mind. Just going to head back. Just chill out for the moment. Just a couple of vills on that stone. We'll be looking for that 4th level on the cistern. Of course, looking to extend that cistern out as well. Out over here early on. Ideally, you'd want to get that sooner rather than later. Now, villagers moving out towards berry bushes. Could be thinking about getting some mercenaries in shortly. And not even looking to scout the opponent out. A little bit of an oversight. We've seen this before with Divine games where he goes for 3 TC and the opponent only goes for the 2 TC. And one of the most common things that happens is that he outscales them very quickly. And we can see with this 3rd TC coming down at 7 minutes, he does not miss a beat. He knows exactly what he is doing here. And expect to see those farms coming up. Question's going to be how many he stops for. And normally the answer's around 22, 23, somewhere around that region. 7 minutes into this game, and his base is already starting to look like your typical DFP game. He loves this style, and now we see that cistern finally being connected. A couple of villagers still working magic over here. Obviously, when that town center comes up, you get a nice little boost of stone. I think it works out to be 32 stone that you get from the town center. So being able to buff these villagers up a little bit here. Hopefully, do we have survival techniques as well coming through for Faye? Doesn't look like it, just not yet. No villagers on gold at this stage, but my question is, where are Faye's scouts? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Faye, you know this got nerfed, right? You can't do this anymore. I mean, you can do it, right? It's just you're gonna get the base number, which is like what, 20%? Is she doing it? Is she? Oh yeah, she's doing it. Yeah, look at this. The wall's coming up at the same time. Mercenary House also coming through. She's gonna have access to the Sipahi, a very nice unit to gain access to. And now we'll continue to watch, continue to pay attention, and see exactly how she goes. And there it is. It's going to be the market in the corner. So Faye going to be approaching this a little bit differently. Her opponent going to be on 3 TCs. She's going to stick to 2 TCs, but will trade behind this. Now, keep in mind, trade has been nerfed. It's not as strong as it used to be. One of the ways that they did nerf it, they reduced its, I wouldn't necessarily say it's scaling, but scaling's probably the best way to say it, because one of the most common things people do, they put down a market, a single market, and then they just start training traders. That's it. They changed the trading time from the traders' train time from 25 seconds to 30 seconds. So it means that now, instead, it's going to take 5 seconds longer to get the trader out. And because of that, it means that you're going to be scaling slightly slower than what you would have before off the one market. Now, you can just make a second market and you can scale even faster, but you are going to have to outlay those initial costs for that secondary market. Now, villagers beginning to move. I think that's 8 villagers. It's going to be a boar somewhere over here. Indeed, it is. Now coming down. Houses starting to come up here. Divine going to be having to deal with long-range scouting houses. We're right on board with him now as he's going to get ready for that castle age. We can see he's got plenty of villagers on gold. This is the classic build. I love this. 10 villagers on gold. Get all your upgrades, then click up to castle age. 100% this is the way to do it. This is going to guarantee that you've got the strongest economy. And the question is going to be, what does he look to do after he ages up? Because for me personally, my favorite way to play it is the volcanic eruption, the explosion off the wall. You guys have heard that that line I often give about, you know, when you're in the swimming pool and you push off the wall, just how good it feels to, you know, have that much energy coming out from your legs, and then all of a sudden you're just kicking with your legs and you're not going anywhere near as fast. It's that same sort of thing here, with the English. Once you hit Castle Age, you've got so much energy coming out of the blocks. 3 TCs pumping non-stop. You've got the Council Hall to pump units non-stop. You've got the White Tower ready to pump units. And then you can add in a couple of production buildings. You can get some ridiculous numbers. I remember doing some tests early on in, I think it was English, in Season 4 when I became an English main. I remember doing the tests, and I was able to get, like, routinely, as long as I was left alone like this, 160 population at the 15-minute mark with, like, full upgrades, like 2-2 upgrades, full eco upgrades, 2-2-2. It was like, you have got some absolute insane momentum once you come out of the Castle Age. But one of the things that we have seen with DFP is the likely attempt at an Imperial Age. So I'm not sure if that will happen today. He's got a beautiful little spot here for the White Tower in the middle of everything. A little bit slow to transition to the farms, and if anything, he's kind of doing a little bit of an over... Actually, no, I think that is Imperial Age. He normally only goes for this many farms if he's going Imperial. This, to me, it's an Imperial Age. Oh my god. Oh, he misclicked. Oh, he misclicked all of the villages. He was trying to click something else. He was trying to click farms or something, and he's accidentally clicked those. But now Faye finally going to have the horseman numbers building up here. You can see she's got Expilatores in as well as the improved torch here. Villagers going to be on the run here, trying to make their way downtown. You can see they've managed to come through, but Faye now got to be copping. She just comes through and just immediately tries to siege down the farm. A little bit of a misclick. First villager will go down here. Faye's able to get 1+20. Let's see if she's able to get any more. There we go. Oh my god, she's absolutely rinsing it right now. Divine DFP struggling to keep the villagers alive. Not enough space. What a beautiful timing attack right before the landmark can get up here. Look at the damage she's doing. 9 villagers already going down. She's going to get to double digits here. Absolutely beautiful played. No, beautifully played. Nowhere for these villagers to run. Look, 7, 7, 7, 15 on this one. Absolute destruction. And all of her units go down, but she's managed to take out 10 workers in that engagement. Wow. What a play. What a timing attack. Beautifully done from Faye. Knew exactly when to go. If you go too soon, the villagers have got space to garrison. You go too late, the White Tower comes up and just eliminates you immediately. What she did then was perfect. Absolute perfection. Very well played by Faye. On the other side of the map, though, Golden Horn Tower now starting to come up. Barracks also going down for her. We see the trader out here only with its measly 15 olive oil. How sad. How sad, man. Look at that trader, 20% olive oil. Used to be 33%. They were the good old days. You guys remember the good old days, last patch, when they didn't fix this bug? I mean, technically it was a bug, but, you know, was it really a bug? I think they just changed the number. I think it was originally 33%. They're like, it's kind of strong. We should make it 20%. And they just forgot to change it. They changed the number on the front end, forgot on the back end. White Tower now coming up. A little bit delayed, of course. As you would expect. 13 minutes in, this age up will come through. A little bit faster than Faye's, though. She is taking her time. Only the 6 vills on the landmark. She's not in a hurry to get up. And where does she go from here? All the tier 2 upgrades coming through. As I mentioned before with the English, your big focus here. You got 69 villagers. You want to make them work harder. You want to make them work faster. You want to make them work stronger. And you want to make them work better. So it's only natural. Is that 2 Daft Punk references in what? Is that like 5 videos? Something like that? Probably. There you go. I'm a big Daft Punk fan. What is your favorite Daft Punk song? I know that it's a meme, but my favorite song, I can't remember the name, but I'm pretty sure it's called Giorgio. You'll know the meme from like the... It's kind of like the surreal memes. What is it? My name is someone Giorgio, but everybody calls me Giorgio. Bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum. Okay, I gotta be careful. I might get DMCA'd. Those YouTube algorithms, they know. My name is Giovanni Giorgio, but everybody calls me Giorgio. That's it. That's the one. Oh man, that is an absolute banger. That just goes so hard. You know, I don't do any illicit things, but I would suspect if you did, that song would be absolutely mind-blowing. Imagine just like ripping a fat one and then just having that one blast out. Oh my lord. Anyway, we'll worry about that another time. Look at the oh my lord. All right, we're already here, ladies and gentlemen. The fast Imperial, it's online. Is he going to get away with it today? He's gotten away with it already once. Mangonel emplacements on the way through. Where's he going with this? And what's the plan? Divine DFP. He can't keep getting away with it. Have a look at this. By the way, Faye is just... Look at the houses right here. She's getting really good coverage of this map. Coming behind the enemy base. Throwing down the house. Burning down the house. Throwing down the house. All right. There we go. It's Berkshire. Why Berkshire? Why Berkshire? I mean, I get it, right? Like, Berkshire's cool. But is it really necessary? He can't keep getting away with it. He can't keep getting away with it right now. Look at this. Beautiful. Imagine if, you know, if we were playing StarCraft right now, you just want to get a nuclear launch detected right here and just nuke all four of these landmarks, rather. Age up comes through. 15 minutes. That's a fast Imperial, ladies and gentlemen. It qualifies. Not a single unit made. Enclosures now on the way. The madman's actually doing it. Look at the villagers coming down towards these safe golds, by the way. Have a look at that. Upgrades coming through. It's moving into men-at-arms. Which way does Faye go, though? She's got 22 military production. But expect to see the explosion. You know, we talked about it. I talked about it earlier. The fact that you can see these huge military explosions. Oh my god, she went with a forward mangonel. It's going to get exposed, though. You can see Divine does manage to spot it out with the outpost. Sees it on the front there. Oh my lord, forward mangonel in placement. Don't mind if I do. It's going to be up against the white tower, so it's going to be a tough sell, but we'll see how she goes. More outposts beginning to come up across the map. She is absolutely spamming these outposts out now. 3 Sipahi just chilling out, just minding their own business. Beginning to expand that network. She's already got a level 5 cistern. How about a level 6? Well, you can't get higher than a level 6, but you can definitely extend that cistern out over towards this additional location. I love the way she's brought it out over to the mercenary house just to get faster mercenaries, slightly faster mercenaries. Trade still going strong here. 92 villagers against 97 workers. Not too bad. Men at arms are out, though. They're going to start working these houses down. Burn down the house. Torching down the house, maybe. Monastery. How many relics have been picked up? So far, Faye's picked up 2 of them. Keep in mind, she didn't go for the Grand Winery, so she's not going to have that very quick, out of the gates, age 3 relic collection, but she's doing a pretty decent job. That's going to be relic number 3 there. The next one, it's going to be in the middle of the map, so she should get 4 of them. That last one's down towards this south side. We'll have to see exactly how Divine goes about it. Yeah, he's going to go just play it safe. It makes sense at this stage of the game. But now that mangonel in placement continuing to do work here. You can see he's forced back. I think forced back most of these villagers. She, rather. Struggling, though. Now going to be up against the men-at-arms. You can see the damage that they took there. I don't think there's a minimum range on this as well. Mangonel placement. It's getting some value over here. Big shots, big damage, big sounds, big oof. Now going to have to split. Yeah, he's going to have to split the men-at-arms here. Wants to make sure he's not getting taken out by them. Kind of smart. Towards the middle of the map, though. Numbers are building. Look at this. Arbalatriae coming out as well. I love to see it. I love to see it. The Arbalatriae mixed together with the crossbows. Sipahi on the field as well. Houses covering the entire map. She's literally walling them in with houses. House wall. Is that? I feel like that's a band. That could be like a... What are those metal bands? House wall. It's got the crazy writing like the Cybertruck. House wall. By the way, that Cybertruck. You guys see the Cybertruck? It's kind of wild. I still don't know what to think about it. It's absurdly big. I don't know, man. I can't imagine. How do you fit that thing in a car park, dude? Like, it is wild to me. It just doesn't seem feasible. What's wrong with like a cute... I'm just kidding. I know you Americans, you love your big yank tanks. We call them yank tanks in Australia. We got a couple of different names for it. It depends who you ask. Yank tank is one because we call Americans yanks. The other one is emotional support vehicle. That's another one. I love that name. When I first read that, I was like, wow. You know, that kind of rings true when you think about it. But speaking of ringing true, have a look at this. Faye getting the doorbell rung at the moment. Is anybody home? Doesn't look like it. We burnt down the house. We didn't find anybody inside. But now... Divine DFP. Have a look at the upgrades he's going for. Every single eco upgrade. The man can't keep getting away with it. He fast Imperials every single game, and he keeps getting away with it. Relic gets picked up finally from Faye. Tithe Barn's on the way through for her now. Continuing to add in more outposts across this map. The walls have come up. They're only palisade walls. Not the strongest, not the fastest. I'm not going to do it again. I'm not going to give it to you. Why would a wall be fast, by the way? I don't know. Sometimes I wonder what this Strongo guy says. Anyway, we'll ride on board with DFP and see how he's doing. The numbers are starting to build. It's that standard opening that we've seen him go for. The fast Imperial into the men-at-arms together with their hand cannoneers. Now the test is going to be whether the Byzantines has got a reasonable response to it. We do see at the moment, it's been javelin throwers that Faye's opted to go with. So going for that Silk Road mercenary contract, I'll be honest, I'm probably not a fan of it in this situation. It makes sense in the early game going for the javelin throwers against the English. But the reality is, you get to this point in the game, what do javelin throwers really offer you? I don't like it. I mean, alternatively, you could probably go something like the Western Mercenary Contract, not for the longbows, but for the Landsknecht. That would actually be sick. And what does the Eastern Mercenary Contract give you? It gives you, what do you get? Oh, you get gulams, I think? Yeah, gulams, keshiks, and elephants. Yeah, not really. Not really. I like the Lench Connect. The Lench Connect is really nice. It's difficult to deal with, right? You mix in Lench Connect, and now you have to focus them down with your hand cannoneers. The problem is, like, you look how many hand cannoneers we've got here, and you're talking about 15 hand cannoneers. They're all doing 35 damage each. You're doing more than, like, 450, more than almost 500, in fact, more than 500 damage you're doing to a single Lench Connect. And it's like, I'm just a measly little Lench Connect, dude. I've got like 80 HP. But you have to focus them down, and you have to use all of your units, because if you don't, you're not going to forgive yourself if he gets off one swing, because if he gets off one swing, that's it. All your men-at-arms, they fall on the ground. Ronald McDonald, he does not, what's it called, when you got punches, but you hold those punches? He doesn't hold back on his punches. He doesn't throw punches. No, he doesn't, you guys know what I mean. Anyway, we move on. Upgrade starting to come through. I saw that berserking upgrade through. Do we get Varangian guards starting to smack things down in this game? They do lose 4 armor, but they do gain 6 damage. 30 seconds. Get a nice little bit of movement speed as well when they go berserking. Keep in mind that that is a unique, I think it's a unique upgrade, or is it a unique bonus? I think it's a unique upgrade that they get. Mangonel emplacement doing work here. Mangonel emplacement doing work here. Villager's got to be careful. He's going to get an absolute glory shot off. There we go. Big ones coming down. Don't do it, Mangonel emplacement. No Mangonel emplacement. Over here, Mangonel emplacement. There's fighting. Oh, we want to watch the Mangonel emplacement. We're on the wrong side of the screen, but we're just going to let it stream. Hand cannoneers v hand cannoneers on the backside. The Byzantine upgrades have come through. They're going to drop their PV shields, and they're going to leave him as he gets eaten alive on that front line. The hand cannoneers are way too strong, and the men-at-arms are just way too... We've used strong a lot right now this game. I'm noticing more and more when I repeat things, and I'm becoming aware of myself. And I mean, on one hand, you want to be natural when you're commentating and when you're casting, but then on the other hand, you want to make sure that people's ears don't get annoyed by saying the same thing over and over and over again. So if I do say something too much, please do take a drink every time I say it, because then it makes it fun for both of us. Anyway, Faye now looking to push through on the backside against Divine. What's she going to be able to find back here? Stone outcropping, a lot taken off it. Expect to see more stone walls continuing to come up. She's broken through them at the moment. I don't know how she got through. I guess she just walked through. It's the classic old trick. But now plenty of villagers here as well. Going to get taken out in the crossfire. Men-at-arms on the front. We've almost got all of the upgrades through. You can see them continuing to come through. Now looking for that... what are we picking up? I know we had Bloomery. It's decarbonization that's going to come in. Villager just gets one shot on the top. Right. Wow. Poor little thing. She just went straight through that wall. And now that attack gets cleaned up. But Faye's still sitting at 188 of population. So not doing too bad over here. But look at the upgrades. Mangonel emplacements everywhere. Would you like a Mangonel emplacement? And Faye says yes. How many would you like? And again, Faye looks at the service, the customer service rep and says, yes. Yes. No, how many would you like? Yes. All of them. All of them, it seems. There's a lot of mangoes coming through. Mango emplacement once again doing work out here. Cannon emplacement helping out. I think she's got the mango emplacement as well on this backside. More shots coming through. Units continue to rally out. Oh, we got Nesta Bees on the field together with elite javelin throwers joining into the fight. I'm pretty sure they do extra good damage, extra well damage against those hand cannoneers, so could actually be decent. Oh my lord, they do some damage right there. Nesta Bees might have a little bit of a tough time though. There are a lot of men-at-arms on the field, and now more units beginning to rally in towards this central location. Faye going to be forced back. She's about half the military pop of her opponent right now. Indeed, she is forced away from this fight, but she's got to be careful. Cannon is coming out. That's a royal cannon right there from your foreign engineering company. Nesta Bees teeing off on those hand cannoneers, but if she loses the siege, she's going to be in a tough spot. More and more units making their way across the map. Oh my lord, look at the hand cannoneer numbers. They are starting to rise. The hand cannoneers are rising. Mango emplacement doing some damage here. Cannons. Nesta Bees need to fire. They need to turn around now. Nesta Bees, is your time to go. There they go. They're firing off. They're doing some decent damage. If he's able to hold them a little bit longer on the front, she should be able to take them out. But now, oh my lord, there are so many hand cannoneers, and this is that English explosion we talked about. They managed to get through the wood line, try and turn around. Is she going to be able to block it? Doesn't look like it. Lament and I, they're going to be here to help out as well, but the hand cannoneers do so much damage. She's being chased away. I think it might be it. I think it might be the game right here. She's fallen back towards her production, but it doesn't look like there's going to be enough villagers pulled out towards the battering ram. The mangonel emplacements weren't enough for her, and now the hand cannoneers together with the men-at-arms. He just cannot keep getting away with it. Somebody needs needs to stop this guy. He can't keep getting away with fast Imperials. He does this every single game. He manages to win every single game that he plays, and he just rises up the ladder. Currently sitting at like rank 20, just pulling off fast Imperials every game. Somebody stop this man. Somebody stop him right now. This is not looking good for Faye. Good game gets called. Divine DFP is your victor. Ladies and gentlemen, go check them out. I'll leave links in the description to where you can watch them live over on Twitch. Go say g'day from me. They're probably live right now. I know Faye streams a lot. I know Divine streams a lot. So make sure you go say g'day. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.